Hi, this is Yvette Vanderbrink with Vanderbrink Auctions, and we are down here in Granger, Iowa at Beneventi Chevrolet with Don Beneventi, and he is quite the guy. And I tell you what, he would manage to save some brand new Chevrolets and take back a lot of trades. So Don, how you doing?
Just wonderful, wonderful.
And how many years were you a Chevrolet dealer?
Beneventi Chevrolet has been in operation for 88 years. My dad started with Chevrolet in 1932 and actually went to Des Moines to be a Ford dealer.
Oh, wow.
And the dealership is right across, the zone office is right across from the Ford zone office, was across from the Chevrolet zone office. And through some, I guess you'd say, some things that didn't go quite well at the Ford zone office, he went across the street to the Chevrolet zone office and became a Chevrolet dealer. So we've had it since 1932, and I've been with him since 1955.
Wow. And this year was kind of a pivotal moment in the Beneventi Chevrolets.
Yeah, it's really a awfully tough decision to make.
Yeah.
Really was. Very tough. You know, I've born and raised into it, and I really hate to leave it, but I think it's time to move on to relaxation period.
And now Willis, the Willis Auto Group, bought
Yep.
Beneventi Chevrolet,
Right.
which is now Granger Chevrolet.
Willis Chevrolet.
Willis Chevrolet.
In Granger,
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yep.
Well, one of the cool things that we're doing here today is looking at some of the cars that you're going to offer for sale on July 25th. And this is part of your collection. And first off here we have the 1957 Chevrolet, but there's something a little different about this one. What is that,
Yep.
Don?
Well, the car, I traced it back to quite a bit of history. The car it was a test car at the Phoenix test track that Chevrolet had in Phoenix at that time. And this was a test car. It was a fuel-injected unit. The people at the test track were experimenting with some changes they'd made in the fuel injection unit. So the interesting part about this car is it is an Arizona car, and so it's quite good body, but it's got an experimental 1958 fuel injection unit on it that was not supposed to the car was not to be sold with that on it. But they turned it into a dealership in Phoenix and told them to put the original unit back on it. They took it in the afternoon. They said to take it off the next morning at the time that the shop opened, and it wasn't done. The salesman showed the car the same night that they turned it in. A man bought it. They delivered it, and they told him to bring it back to take the fuel unit, the experimental 58 fuel unit off of it, and the man refused to do it.
Yeah.
So it's still on there, and a friend of mine have had it all apart, and it's definitely says 58X
Underneath.
And there's a little plate on the outside of that. I can't read it on the air cleaner side.
Yep.
And I don't know if I can't read it to see. I don't remember if it says it there, but it definitely says it. It's stamped on the inside of it. Can you read that?
It has numbers on it, and it's got a serial number, but I can't read it without a magnifying glass.
And that's the way with me right now. But anyway, when we had it apart, when my friend and I had it all apart to go through it and put new diaphragms and needles and seats and everything in it, it says 58X inside on the pieces inside when we took it apart.
Very cool.
So, but it run. A friend of mine that was Chevrolet now just went through the unit for me, and he said that particular unit has updates that the original 57 fuel unit didn't have. He said there's things about this one that came out on the later model fuel injected units.
Wow.
And so it's an upgrade. He said that fuel unit, he says that fuel unit there would bring probably $25,000.
Oh, wow. Well, let's go take and look at some of your other ones. We'll just drive by real quick here,
Okay.
Don.
Yep.
Here we have a 55 and a 54 convertibles, and now this 55 was one of your favorites.
Yeah, very, very much so. It's it was I purchased it from a doctor who bought it at it was a best of show at the Hot August Nights in Reno.
Sure.
And it was judged best of show. It looks just as nice underneath as it does above, and it's a power pack with 3-speed with overdrive transmission. It's got a lot of nice accessories on it, the bumper guards and the fender skirts, and I think the color is beautiful. Gypsy red, shoreline beige, with a beige and red interior, beige top. Just a sweet running car. It looks as nice under the hood as well.
Wow.
But,
well, let's go up and just take a drive-by. We got some of these vehicles here.
Okay, and here's our 32.
And this one, of course, is the first year that your dad started the Chevrolet dealership.
That's it.
So it has a lot of sentimental meaning.
It really does. I hunted for quite a few years for this vehicle. The interesting part about it is this, I think it's got 40-some thousand actual miles. And another Chevrolet dealer, actually in Nevada, Iowa, bought it from the original owner and restored it. You know, just took it off. It has the original wood in the doors and everything, and it just shuts really nice. Very nice shape. It was all restored years ago, but it just runs like a sewing machine. And I've always been real proud of it. It's a nice color. It's a 5-window coupe. The windshield rolls up. The back glass rolls up. It's got the cowl lights and the chrome dual horns. Those were all options. And the fancy deluxe hood ornament. You know, just a nice, cute little car.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at some of the unusual cars that you have that are, you got brand new Chevrolets?
I've got some new ones, yep.
Let's go take a look at those.
Okay.
Now, Don, you have a brand new Monte Carlo here. A 72, brand new. What's the deal with that?
Well, in 1972, I had a lot of black demonstrators. You could not get black in 1972 on a Monte Carlo. And so I special ordered that car. In fact, the window sticker's still on it, and right on there it says special paint code 0101 $39.
Oh my gosh.
The factory charged me $39 for painting that black. And it was not an offered color. Strange enough, it wasn't. It was in 70, 71, 73, but not in 72.
Wow.
But I wanted a black one, and I ordered it special. And it's got bucket seats and tilt wheel and air conditioning,
Loaded out.
rally wheels. Put it all equipment. It was my demonstrator in 1972, and I had 2,400 miles on it when I put it away, and I think it has 2,900 miles on it now. So I've put 400 miles on it from 1972 until 2020.
Now this doesn't look like your speed.
Yeah.
It's 1970
Yeah.
Chevelle Super Sport, but this is actually a used car that is just exceptional nice.
Yes, yeah. I bought that car from an individual. In fact, I bought it looking for a radio for a 61 Corvette that I was working on, and it was stored in this place where I found the radio. And I questioned the man about this, and I said, you know, well, that's a nice looking Chevelle. And he said, yeah, it's for sale. And so I said, one thing led to another, and I ended up buying the car. As I said, it's a very unusual car in that it's a 70 Chevelle, and when I was selling those new, everything was 4-speed, no power steering, no power brakes, no air conditioning. This car here has got factory air, power steering, power brakes, automatic transmission, the 402 big block, 350 horse, cowl induction hood. Just a nice car,
Okay, let's go up here, and there's kind of another two cars here that are unusual. This Laguna.
Yep.
And that one, what's the story on that Laguna?
Okay, that Laguna, we ordered that as a demonstrator with a 454 big block engine, swivel bucket seats, sport cloth interior. We ordered it special for a demonstrator. We sold it to some folks west of here. They traded it back to us. I believe it was in 1980. I won't say for sure on that. When we traded back for it, I said, I think we ought to hang on to that car. So I said, I just made the decision to, when we traded back for it, to keep it. So we've got some sentimental attachment to it, but it's a good color. It's an unusual car. It's really a very rare car. They never made a lot of those.
Right.
And I always liked the looks of the front end on it and the half roof, and like I say, it's got a big block 454. It says right there on the fender, and just I guess it was an emotional attachment to it. That's the reason we kept it.
And then up here you have a couple brand new Corvettes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was kind of common for Chevy dealers to hold back Corvettes.
Yeah, it was, and I tell you, I remember when I ordered that in 1974. The thing about it was they were hard to get.
Yeah.
They were very hard to get, and so I ordered that car with white saddle leather, not vinyl interior. It had the saddle leather, L82. The window sticker still on it. The aluminum wheels are not part of the window sticker because when I ordered it, they were on constraint. The next one that came in, I switched the rally wheels off of this and put the aluminum wheels on it, so they're not on that. But it was just nicely equipped, a nice car.
Wow.
I've driven it some. I think it's got 3,000 miles on it, I believe. And here
Very
again,
nice.
just one of my, I never took the window sticker off of it, never licensed it, so.
Let's go to that Camaro up here.
Okay.
And the Monte Carlo in between here.
Mm-hmm.
A 77.
77.
Z28, brand new.
Yeah, now this is, I ordered that because they never made a Z28 in 75. The last Z28 Camaro that they built was in 74. So in 77, they decided to come back out with it. So I ordered it for myself, just like I wanted it. It's got all full power windows, power locks. I ordered it the silver with the white lettered tires, just like I wanted it. Decided that I didn't want to put any miles on it. I believe it's got 456 miles on it now.
Yes, it does.
Window stickers from the factory are still on it. Never been licensed. Again,
now you just need to grow a mullet and get the AC/DC on and go cruise.
There you go.
Let's take and buzz around up to this IROC here, and then actually on the way, let's take a stop at this Corvette.
Okay.
And now this has got an unusual interior.
Yes, this one here, when I ordered the silver anniversary, of course, I ordered that to keep, and I thought you could get oyster or black or red interior, and I felt that the two-tone silver and gray would be accented by that bright red interior, and I've had a lot of compliments on that car for that reason. I've seen a lot of other ones with the other, which they just don't stand out like this. It's got a factory AM/FM stereo CB radio in it, which was popular at that time, the CB radios. But again, I think it's got, 400 or 500 miles on it, something like that. Window sticker still on it, never been licensed.
Wow.
Just another example of a car nut.
Let's run around to the front up to these Camaros up here. All right, Don.
Okay.
We got two of my favorite cars here. I actually had both of these when I was younger. I had an IROC and I had a regular Camaro there. I've had 6 Camaros.
Okay.
And now
Good
I have
for
the
you.
7th. I have one at home. I have a 69 now.
Good for you.
Yeah, but anyway, this was one of my favorites. If you meet my husband, the fastest ride besides in a Plymouth was an IROC with me. And tell me about these two cars. Now that's a brand new Camaro with the convertible conversion.
Yeah, now that was the first year, that's in 1987, and that's the first year they came back with a convertible. Mm-hmm. And that's why I ordered that. '69 was the last Camaro convertible until '87.
Now, was that a GM did that, or did they farm that out?
GM, I believe that they actually sent it to
Yeah.
ASC, I believe
Yes.
it was, but it was all done through the factory.
Correct.
Hmm.
Yep.
And so I did order it special that way.
That's a beautiful car, and
It
that's a
is.
brand new car.
Yep. I think it has, I believe, 1,100 miles on it, or
Wow.
about that. Window sticker still on it. Again, I've never licensed it or anything. It's got, you know, air conditioning, power windows, and power locks, all the right equipment on it, you
Yep.
know. And so there again, like I say, and it was an MSO car. Okay.
And then this IROC here, Don.
Okay, this is a car that I sold new to a very good friend of mine. And he drove it a year, and he traded it back into me on a S10 Blazer. And but I ordered that special for him in that color. It is a 350 tune port with T-tops, which was available in, this is an 87. It was available in 87 and 88. But in 89, if you got T-tops in an IROC, you could only get a 305 engine in it. So this is a 350 tune port, which they built for 2 years, 87 and 88.
That's what mine was.
Was it you in 88?
Mine
Okay.
was 87.
87, okay. You had the 350 tune
Yep.
port then.
And I had the T-tops.
And it's, yeah, and it's, again, very nice. It had well equipped, you know, power windows and power locks, and nicely equipped car. Car has, traded back for it. I sold it to another very good friend and good customer of mine. They had it for a couple of years, so it's actually a 2-owner car.
Sure.
And when they traded it in, I think it's got 39,000 miles
Wow.
on it. And when they traded it in, I said, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's staying here. So I've had it since, oh man, I think probably 1990 maybe.
Wow.
I've had it for probably 30 years.
All right.
And I think I've probably put 200 miles on it in 30 years.
Wow.
But again, just a nice, very, very nice car.
Now we have to talk about this last one. That
Yep.
doesn't look like something that should be at a Chevy dealer.
I know.
That Delorean, what's the deal with that?
This DeLorean had 3,000 miles on it when I traded for it. Took it in on a new Corvette. I believe it was in 1984 or early 85. And I think I've had it since then. I think it's got 4,000 miles on it now, a little
Wow.
bit more. But it was in 81, the first year that he built cars. And like I say, I took it in on a new Corvette. And it's a very unusual car. In fact, I think the first or second year that I had it, they came out with a movie, Back to
Yes.
the Future. And there was a movie theater in Des Moines that found out that I had it, and they asked me to bring it down there and put it out in front of the movie theater and rope it off to show the car that the year they made that movie. So
That's pretty
and
cool.
yeah, it was kind of an interesting deal.
Well, Don, I tell you what, it's really been nice visiting about your cars, but we got to take some pictures now.
Yeah.
So you and I got to go up front. And again, we want to thank everybody for listening. We want you to come down July 25th, and Don and I want to welcome you here, and you can have a chance to bid on one of these fabulous Chevrolets. And that'll be July 25th at the Willis Chevrolet, formerly Beneventi Chevrolet, down here in Granger, Iowa. For more information, vanderbrinkauctions.com. And Don, you and I got to go take some pictures and get some more information, so I got to get going, but thank you very much.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.